Hello, and welcome to Hawk Mountain Sanctuary's Stay at Home Speaker Series. Today's program is Raptor Conservation in Nepal with Dr. Tulsi Subedi, Country Representative for the Asian Raptor Research and Conservation Network, former Hawk Mountain Sanctuary Conservation Science Trainee, and lifetime member of Hawk Mountain Sanctuary.
Hello.
We are honored that you are joining us today, Tulsi, so thank you. Also joining us, not on video, but joining us here as a panelist is Sandes Gurung, who is Dr. Tulsi Subedi's student and colleague. So thank you.
Thank you very much for inviting me in this panel.
Thank you so much for joining us, Sandes. We really appreciate it. And in addition, joining us today is Dr. Lori Goodrich, the Sarkis Akopian Director of Conservation Science at Hawk Mountain Sanctuary.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be with you.
And my name is Jamie Dawson. I'm the Director of Education at Hawk Mountain Sanctuary. And we are so glad that our wonderful audience around the world is joining us today. So thank you. As you may know, Hawk Mountain Sanctuary is the world's very first refuge for birds of prey. And we continue to work hard to be leaders in raptor conservation, science, and education, locally and globally around the world. Hawk Mountain is a private nonprofit, and membership is the lifeblood of our organization. To all of our members, we extend much gratitude to you for your continued support. And if you're joining us today and you're not a member, we hope that you consider becoming one in the future. Hawk Mountain hopes that everyone remains safe and healthy during these times of COVID challenges, and we are absolutely thrilled to offer our local and global community a variety of free virtual programming. As always, Hawk Mountain greatly appreciates and depends on donations. Just so everyone is aware, today's program is being recorded. The video will then be accessible on Hawk Mountain's YouTube channel as a continued resource. We also have a link on our website directly connecting you to our YouTube channel. At any point during today's program, viewers may submit questions through the Q&A feature on the Zoom platform. We've designated time at the end of the program to take some questions from the audience. And we are absolutely thrilled that Tulsi and Sandes are joining us today all the way from Nepal to share with us information that we are excited to learn about raptor conservation in Nepal. And before we get started, I'd like to take a moment to share some of Dr. Subedi's background experience with our audience. So, Tulsi is the country representative for the Asian Raptor Research and Conservation Network. Also, we are very proud that he is a life member of Hawk Mountain Sanctuary, as well as a former conservation science trainee. Tulsi is also a member of the IUCN, which is the International Union for Conservation of Nature, and he is a Species Survival Commission Vulture Specialist Group member. Tulsi is also the Research Advisory and Executive Member of the Nepalese Ornithological Union. Tulsi, you are clearly very passionate about raptors. What inspired you to work with and study raptors?
I grew in a rural village in Nepal, where I used to see many birds around me. I used to see the huge congregation of vultures tearing carcass, bearded vulture dropping bones from the great height, and hovering of the kestrel, and also flapless flight of many others. This inspired me to learn about raptors.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you so much. And can you share with the audience how you originally became involved with Hawk Mountain Sanctuary and when that was, what the year was?
So in 2007, after I completed my master's degree, I was invited to join BirdLife Nepal as a vulture field biologist. There I used to conduct field monitoring for population and breeding and threats study for the vultures. At my first field visit, I found the nest of white-rumped vulture, which was very close to the very busy east-west highway in West Nepal. And I was quite amazed to see that vulture nest very close to the busy road. And I posted this information on the Yahoo groups of raptor conservation. And one of the former trainee of Hawk Mountain, he shared me information about the traineeship program in Hawk Mountain Sanctuary. Then I got connected with Hawk Mountain.
Wonderful. And now you're part of the extended family for life. You can't ever
Yes.
leave us, Tulsi. Okay, wonderful. So how has your experience as a Hawk Mountain conservation trainee helped you with your current work of raptor conservation in Nepal?
Yes, Hawk Mountain training helped me provide a wider opportunity by connecting global conservation scientists, providing a learning platform for raptor research, conservation, and education. I learned several techniques like migration monitoring, raptor banding, population restoration, and conservation tools, which helped me to start raptor conservation program in Nepal.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We are so proud of all the important work that you are doing with your colleagues, such as Sandesh in Nepal. So thank you. Tulsi, everyone is excited to hear your presentation. We're going to turn it over to you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, depending on the time zone wherever you are. And today, I'm glad to share raptor conservation work in Nepal. So I want to share my screen now. Is it visible?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. So Nepal is a small country with 57,000 square miles of land area and situated between two giant countries, China and India. However, it extends between great altitudinal variation between 76 meters from the sea level at the southern flatland to the high Himalayas through top of the world, that is 8,848 meter altitude from the sea level, and offering great habitats for several species of flora and fauna. So this variation offers shelters to many species of raptors. There are altogether 60 species of daytime active raptors are found. Those include eagles, vultures, harrier, accipiter, falcons, kites, and other hawks. Out of 60 species of raptors found in Nepal, 20% raptors are globally threatened, and additionally, 13% raptors are near threatened. And similarly, 47% of raptors found in Nepal are nationally threatened, and 7% are near threatened category. According to the BirdLife, out of 10 IVs in the world for the higher species of threatened raptors, 13% raptors, seven IVs occur in Nepal, and among them, 6 IVs are significantly important for the occurrence of higher species of declining raptors. And according to the BirdLife International, as well as Handbook of the Birds of the World, 2016, all the 5 most important IVs of Asia geographic region, they all found in Nepal, and you can see it on the map. So all of these very important raptor IVs of Asia geographical region, they are situated in Nepal. And additionally, there are important migration corridor around the Himalayan chain of the Nepal. These includes Western Circum-Himalayan corridor, And this one is the Eastern Circum-Himalayan Corridor. And this number 3 is the East-West Southern Migration Corridor. And number 4 is the Broad Frontal Migration Corridor. So Nepal is in a very strategic place where East-West migration flyway of the raptors occur. So steppe eagle is one of the most common species of raptor using this migration corridor from east to west of the Himalayan range. And satellite transmitter study done in Mongolia. The Mongolian researchers, they track several juvenile steppe eagle in Mongolia, and all the way they travel to the eastern part of Nepal and enter from the Himalaya, and they follow the east-west southern migration corridor. And some of the steppe eagles, they spend winter in the lowland parts of Nepal, which is warmer, and also in some parts of India and some parts of Pakistan in the warmer place. So the research also showed that this southern part of the Himalaya is very important corridor for the migration of the raptor. Along the migration corridor, we conduct annual survey of autumn migrating raptors, that is just southern range of the Himalaya. And this video shows the ranges of the Himalaya to the north of the raptor migration watch site, that is in Tulakharka, Nepal. Similarly, these are the pictures to show the different landscape of from the raptor migration watch site in Nepal. The first picture shows the eastern side of the migration corridor, and this is the watch hill from where a lot of hawk watchers, photographers, they enjoy migrating raptors, taking photographs. And this second picture is the southeast view of the watch site, which shows Pokhara Valley, which is here, and this is Hemda Valley, and third photograph shows the northern side, which is the Annapurna Himalaya, which is above 8,000 meter elevation. And beside the watch site, we have wonderful place for that provides accommodation for the researchers and other visitors. And this is the western valley called Modi River Valley. The migrating raptor, they pass through this valley, cross through this valley. And in Tulakharka, along the migration corridor, we started raptor monitoring from raptor migration monitoring from 2012, and which is ongoing project, and we continued until last year. And from our observation, we found 33 species of the migratory raptors. They are using this migration corridor, including 7 species of globally threatened raptors and 3 species of near threatened raptors. Similarly, 10 species of resident raptors, which can be seen from our watch site. And out of 9 species of vultures found in Asia, 8 species can be observed here. And steppe eagle, the photograph to the left, steppe eagle and Himalayan vulture photograph to the right. These are the most numerous migrant can be observed from our watch site. And our study is important to record important phenomena of migration, including population trend, first date of arrival, peak date, and number of raptors by the time of each day, and peak date of the migration, first date of arrival, and highest count in a single day. So this table shows the highest, shows this phenomenon for the different species of raptors. And I already mentioned that Himalayan vulture and steppe eagle, these are the most common or most numerous migrants in our website. So for the Himalayan vulture, 24 September was the first date of arrival, and peak time was 12 November to 1 December, and the highest count in a single day was 221. Similarly, for the steppe eagle, the first date of arrival was 3 October, and peak date was 3 November to 25 November, and we counted 1,102 individuals in a single day, which was in 2013, November 21. And the number of species varies from year to year and ranging between 25 to 33 species. Eagles are the most numerous species to record or to observe here. And the variation of the number is largely depends on different environmental condition, as well as the environmental condition like weather condition. If around our watch site is foggy or cloudy, we cannot observe, we cannot record all the raptors. The variation of the species is also depends on the species. They are very rare. Sometimes we cannot locate them because of the difficult environmental or climatic condition. Such species include Shaker falcon, emperor eagle, Pallas fish eagle, white-tailed eagle. They are very rare species in our watch site, and sometimes if the weather is not good, so we can easily miss them. So the number can vary. And we are observed the number of migrants are declining in each subsequent year, and the trend is also similar. This trend is also similar to the our most numerous migrant, that is steppe eagle. The highest count of the steppe eagle was made in 2013, and the number is continuing on declining fashion. And for the Himalayan vulture, the number looks quite stable, so there is only small fluctuation on the number. So we believe the population of the Himalayan vulture is in quite good condition, but the steppe eagle population is in declining fashion. And besides migration count, we also conduct some other projects such as movement study of the bearded vulture. This project was actually my PhD research, and during my PhD I captured 13 individuals of bearded vulture and deployed a GPS transmitter on them, and I found that these birds use huge range of the mountainous area in Nepal and parts of China. An adult had small home range, while immature birds they explored a very huge range of the mountains, and only 30% of the home range area of the bearded vulture was inside the protected area. That means higher percentage of the foraging area or home range area was outside the protected area. In human dominated landscape, that means this is the key threat for the bearded vulture because of several anthropogenic activities like poisoning, human persecution, and electrocution and collision. And similarly, we also study Himalayan vulture. This project was started from last December. In last December, we captured 3 Himalayan vulture. All were juvenile birds, They were captured in the migration corridor just nearby Tulakharka in the southern part of the Annapurna Himalaya range. And these three birds, they show different migration, different pattern of the migration. One bird winter in lowland of Nepal, which is represented by this color here in the winter in lowland of Nepal. And after spending the winter in the warmer area of the lowland, that bird flew all the way to China and went to the central China, and still it is there. And second bird spent winter in the Madhya Pradesh area of India and returned back to Nepal in the Himalaya. And third bird was wintering in far western Nepal here and part of India here around Nainital area, north of Nainital area, and went back all the way to China. This is the preliminary result, and we showed that the maximum daily distance traveled by the Himalayan vulture was 306 kilometers, and with the maximum flight speed was 91 kilometers per hour, and maximum altitude recorded during the migration crossover was over 5,700 meters over the Himalaya of Nepal. So this is very interesting, and we hope to get more information about the migration movement, and which will be crucial to design the conservation activities in Nepal. And beside this, we also do movement study of rarest eagle of the world, the mountain hawk eagle, as well as the Indian spotted eagle. In 2019, we captured 3 mountain hawk eagle and deployed GPS transmitter. And we found that the home range of the mountain hawk eagle was 10 square kilometer. And these mountain hawk eagle mostly use the forest area, which was the home range inside the forest area was 51%, followed by the agriculture land, which was 48 percentage. And similarly, the Indian spotted eagle, they forage, their home range was 16 square kilometer, and mostly forest over the agriculture area and human dominated landscape. And agriculture comprises the 69% of the home range area, and barren land and settlement area comprises 30% of the home range area. And we also conducting camera trap survey of the in the nest of Indian spotted eagle. And this is, I already mentioned, which is very rare species. It is very difficult to get adequate number of the nest, but we started from 2018, and in 18 and in 19 we did camera trapping in quite few number of nests. And although we get several nests, but we cannot put camera trap in all nests because higher number of nests were failed after they laid eggs. So we couldn't put in all. So from this camera trap on the nest, we found very important information. And most of the time we recorded these birds, they laid a single egg, but sometimes 2 also. Last year, we recorded 2 eggs in a single nest. And after the hatching of first egg, the hatching of second egg took 5 days. That means after the 5 days of first egg hatched, the second egg was hatched. And when the first chick was 13 days old, and that chick killed the sibling. And the important another important information is the fledging date, which was 73 days. And similarly, we also do some camera tapping on the ground around the nesting territory. The purpose of this camera trap was to record the trophic resources as well as possible predator. And in the mountain hawk eagle home range, we recorded quite good number of Kalis pheasant and red jungle fowl within the home range area. They are the key prey item for this species. And we also recorded yellow-throated martin and evidence of leopard. These could be the potential threats, but we don't have evidence of preying on the predating the nest. But these two could be the potential predator for the mountain hawk eagle and other raptors in the mountain forest of Nepal. And there are several threats we found, and the common threats are intentional and unintentional poisoning. And diclofenac is one of the common unintentional poisoning. This caused the near extinction of Asian vulture in early 2000s. And diclofenac is a drug given to cattle to cure their fever and pain. And ultimately, when these cattle die during the treatment stage or shortly after the treatment and die, the vulture feed the carcass of their dead livestock, and diclofenac enters into the vulture's body from the tissue, and this diclofenac effect on the kidney of the vulture causes visceral gout and kidney failure. Then the vulture die. And another potential poisoning cases could come from the pesticides used in the farmlands area of Nepal. As you know, most of the raptors, they prefer to hunt in the open area and agricultural land. So, pesticide could be another. Pesticide is another important threat for the raptor. In last year we lost some of the raptor species, raptor individual due to the effect of this pesticide, and you can see this common kestrel, which is sick due to the effect of the pesticide. And the poisoning is another case, although it is unintentional poisoning, but the livestock keepers, they use poison when the carnivore, mammalian carnivore, they kill the livestock, and they put the poison to kill the mammalian carnivore. But sadly, the vulture go to the carcass and feed the tissue of the that poison carcass. So ultimately, they can be killed. So my research also found that the poisoning of carcass to exterminate mammalian carnivore is one of the major threats to vulture in the Himalaya. That research was published in Journal of Raptor Research in 2018. And similarly, there are other threats like electrocution and collision with power lines. But previously, nobody estimated these threats. So these are, I can tell, these are undermined threats. There are threats, but nobody care about these threats. These are power lines. These are not properly designed, not properly made safe for the raptors. There are no any safety equipment attached on these power lines and power poles. They run everywhere over the mountain ridge, over the agriculture area, open agriculture area. and the power line goes near the roosting tree of the vulture. And due to these, there are a lot of accidents we recorded during our survey. You can see the bird is hanging here on the power line, and several death cases of vulture and other species we recorded. And we found that power lines are potentially dangerous for the raptors as well as other species of birds. And from our study conducted last year, through the systematic survey of 249 power poles, and we found 10. We found raptors as well as other non-raptor birds, 10 raptors as well as 38 non-raptor. From this data, we calculated, we did simple analysis and found that estimated that 4 raptors per 100 poles can be killed. Similarly, 15 birds per 100 poles can be killed due to this power line effect. But in this study, we did not analyze the carcass removal. That is, how long is the carcass? How long it takes to remove the carcass from the ground? Sometimes other ground predator or scavenger, they take the carcass, so we cannot record all the carcass. But this is the minimum estimate. But considering the thousands and thousands of power poles in Nepal, the effect of the electrocution to the raptors and other birds is very huge. And due to this electrocution, we lost 3 of the 3 mountain hawk eagle tracked by GPS transmitter within 1 year. So this is a really fearful situation. And similarly, one of our bearded vulture got collision with the high tension power line. So this is very important threat to the raptors. Another threat is human persecution, which is a big challenge. You can see all these pictures. They are related to the persecution. The first picture, the school kids, they were killing one adult bearded vulture in the far western Nepal. I got this photograph in social media, and you can see how cruel are those kids, because maybe their parents are not teaching them well. They are not getting enough awareness about the importance, enough knowledge about the importance of birds and raptors. So we have to go with the education program on those places. And in the second picture, you can see the adult Himalayan vulture, and on the neck a big bell. They are hanging big bell. Why they did so, I don't know. And due to this bell, the Himalayan vulture might be getting sick, and the people could capture this. And you can see these 2 mountain hawk eagle, one on the right side with GPS transmitter. Last year we tracked it. These mountain hawk eagle went into the farm to catch one open ranging chicken, and ultimately the chicken owner hit this mountain hawk eagle. So there is conflict between raptors and people in different parts of Nepal. So mostly those mountain hawk eagle and other eagles, they come to prey on game animals like chicken and other small game animals. So the owner of the chicken or game animal, they can kill. And another is deforestation. Deforestation for the timber and firewood leads to the removal of potential nesting tree. And that is another threat to the raptors. And forest fire is another threat. It can kill the young on the nest in the tree and as well as in the cliff. Last year we reported, not last year, it was 2017, we reported one bearded vulture nest in the western Nepal was destroyed due to the fire on the cliff. The young was on the young one was on the nest, but due to the forest, due to the fire on the cliff, that bird and nest gone. And similarly, disturbance from the human on the nesting area. This is the here inside the red circle. You can see the nest of Indian spotted eagle, and you can see the people they graze their livestock near to the nesting habitat. They come frequently and they do a lot of disturbance. As a result, the eagle they can left the nest and nesting failure can happen. And to overcome these threats, we conduct different conservation activities. The most successful example is the vulture restaurant. The aim of the vulture restaurant is to provide safe food for the vulture, safe food which is not contaminated with diclofenac and other harmful drugs and other chemicals. For this, we establish cow rescue center. In cow rescue center, we keep old cows. Nepal is non-beef eating country, so cows when they are old, they cannot give milk, or the ox cannot work in the field. They are burden for the people. So the vulture restaurant collect those cows by paying a small fee and keep in the cow rescue center until getting natural death. After they get natural death, we feed the carcass to the vulture. And we also provide training to the local communities and veterinary people on the use of meloxicam and harmful effects of other drugs. And so the community, if we give the training to the community, and the community people, they can be capacitated to monitor those harmful drugs. And also we provide training to the farmers to promote the safer alternative pesticide, which is more eco-friendly. They can promote if we provide some kind of training and some kind of knowledge to the farmers. But the farmers in Nepal, they don't know the harmful effects of those pesticides like organophosphate, kind of pesticide. So which is the most which pesticide can kill very fast, can kill the pest very fast. The choice of the farmer choice that kind of pesticide, but they do not know the harmful effect to the human health and environment and birds. So we are providing awareness program and training to promote the IPM activities to use the safer alternative pesticide which is eco-friendly. And similarly, we do other educational activities like street drama. This picture was taken during International Vulture Awareness Day. And we do similar kind of street drama and interaction program in various places about the importance of raptors and importance of vulture. So community people and farmers can understand the importance of nature, importance of conserving the nature. And similarly, we do some workshop to promote Raptor. And in educational program in school, like drawing, essay competition, and also we take several class in different schools to teach students about the importance of Raptor. And this is our young and dynamic team. And I am leading this team. And last year we took these two interns, Sanjeev and Sabine, to teach about the Raptor, how to monitor Raptor, how to do conservation activities, and which is the officer from Annapurna Conservation Area. This is the officer, Prakash is the officer from Department of National Park, and he's the Sandesh. Sandesh is leading, also leading several activities and supporting raptor conservation since 2013. And the new fellow here is Dheeraj. Dheeraj is also joining us on raptor conservation activities. And I presented about the threats and our research and conservation activities. And what is next? So what is our plan in the future? So our plan in the future is to build a nesting platform to the rare species such as Indian spotted eagle, because the problem is they build nests on really on the top of the top branches of the tree, and during the early monsoon season, we found a lot of these nests were blown away by strong wind. So if we make a stable nesting platform for them, and maybe we can protect some of the nest so that new chicks can raise successfully. They can raise new chicks successfully. And we also continuing farmer education program to reduce the harmful effect of pesticide. This is also ongoing program. And we are also continuing plan to continue GPS tracking of raptors. In this time, we are doing study with a small sample size. So we want to increase our sample size for the precise estimation of threats. That is very important for the conservation, as well as other valuable information. So we want to continue GPS tracking of bearded vulture, Himalayan vulture, mountain hawk eagle, and some other species we are starting. So another plan is retrofitting of the most lethal power lines within the important raptor areas. So what we found is the migration corridor has significantly high threats due to the power lines. And we also identified some of the areas within the home range of satellite tracked individual. These areas are extremely lethal, so we want to conduct retrofitting of these power lines, joining hand with the Nepal Electricity Authority. And we also want to continue camera trapping along the nesting site on the ground as well as on the nest of rare species of the eagle, like mountain hawk eagle and Indian spotted eagle. And I already mentioned that the predator-proof cattle center will be made because that some of the farmers, when mammalian predator kill the cattle, then some of the farmers, they want to put poison on the carcass. So first we need to support the communities to build predator-proof cattle shelter. So we are thinking to do this with some of the farmers, which are very vulnerable to those mammalian carnivore. And we are also planning to give continuity to the raptor migration project in the Himalaya. And this is very crucial to find out the population trend and to estimate the regional population of raptors in a cost-effective way. So we want to continue this. And there are several threats, including human persecution and other anthropogenic threats. They are originated from the human root. So to minimize these threats, they are induced from human root. We have to educate communities and young people of Nepal. So we want to continue those conservation education program, conservation campaigns in several of the communities and several school and college. So we want also to continue this education activity in Nepal. So at the last, we are doing some of the important conservation activities and research in Nepal. And in the future also, we want to lead the raptor conservation activities. So for this, we need funding. And until this, we have funding we acquire funding from different sources. The main sources is the proposal development and submit to the funding organization. And also take donation from individuals. And here I posted the logo of several of the organizations we are working. These organizations, they are supporting our raptor conservation activities. Although they are not a big fund, they are short-term project. They were short-term project. They supported for only a short period, but we work with several of the organizations. And in the future, if any one of the attendees, they want to support raptor conservation in Nepal, and they can reach with us from the website of Himalayan Nature, as well as the email provided in this slide. And thank you very much for providing me this opportunity to share our work. Thank you very much.
Tulsi, thank you so much. This was such a powerful and inspiring presentation. You did a fantastic job. I really enjoyed seeing the photos from the camera trap, and also the photos of kind of the creative conservation outreach work and education work you're doing, especially with the children, the street dramas and the artwork. So fantastic work. Thank you so much. And I believe now Dr. Goodrich is going to be fielding some questions from the audience.
Yes, thank you so much, Tulsi. It's great to see all the wonderful work you're doing there. And I hope you continue to be able to protect the raptors. So yeah, everybody out there, please send in your questions in the chat and I'll be happy to convey them to Tulsi. I do have a few questions of my own. I was curious about the bearded vulture populations in Nepal. And you know, do you guys have a good sense of the numbers of nesting pairs and how that compares to other areas of the range?
Actually, in Nepal, there is no detailed work is going on until today to estimate for the precise estimation of the population. But it is estimated that total of 500 individuals of bearded vulture in Nepal. But I don't know what is the exact population, and we don't know how many nesting pairs exist in Nepal. This need a lot of survey work. Our terrain where the bearded vulture build nest is very difficult to assess. So it is very hard job.
Yeah, sure. Well, it's a fascinating bird. I know it probably brings a lot of bird watchers to your area just to see it.
Yes.
the important bird areas and the parks is, I know you mentioned a number of threats for raptors, but is there legal protection of some of these areas? Are they protected areas, you know, by law?
Yes, we have quite many national parks and the protected area. Total of 23% of land area in Nepal is protected.
Oh.
So, these are big birds. They have big home range, so they definitely fly very far from the protected area.
Mm-hmm. Well, we do have a question here from Sally, and she asks how big is falconry in Nepal, and have falconers been allies in your efforts to protect raptors?
No, we don't have falconry in Nepal.
Oh, okay.
we don't have any falconry.
Even non-sanctioned falconry, illegal falconry?
Previously, in some places, we recorded the people with sacred falcon. They are carrying, stealing the sacred falcon, but we don't have good population of sacred falcon. They are migratory birds. We receive them in very few number. But from where they captured those falcons, but previously there were a report of seizure case.
Okay. So I have another question, and I'm waiting for others. I was curious about, you know, you're right on the forefront of the Himalayas there, and there's all kinds of reports of how high raptors can fly. And you mentioned is it the Himalayan can get up to 7,500 meters? Are there other high altitude flying raptors that you've observed?
Yes, another is a steppe eagle. They also fly over 7,000 meters. And our bearded vulture also, it flew over 7,000 meters. We reported that information from GPS tracking information, GPS tracking data.
That's pretty cool. We have another question from Devin Mehta, who's a former trainee from India. And he wonders if you have any plans to work on Eastern Himalayan raptors and grassland raptors of the Terai region, Terai region.
Yes, we are working in some of the Terai region in the central Nepal, and we also did some sort of conservation activity in the eastern side of Terai region, which is lowland, and there is a lot of grassland area. We did some conservation activities like vulture conservation, as well as some educational activities and survey of the raptors, which was conducted through using road survey technique. We did from east to west Nepal throughout the lowland area. Yes, we have a plan. We are thinking about to do more conservation activities and more research in the lowland and grassland area in Terai region.
Well, you guys are really doing a lot. I hope you will always be keeping in your mind that we would love another trainee from Nepal at any time. So if you have young rising stars in your organization, please think of us in the future. And we do have another question, and then I don't know if we need to end, but let me see. How is recruitment going for younger conservationists to help you with your raptor work? And are they coming up through the schools or other ways?
Yes, we recruit them from basically from universities, mainly graduate students and undergraduate students from university. We involve them in some of the raptor conservation activities, like mostly like migration monitoring of the raptors, and they can learn because they can learn a lot about the migration monitoring. We also teach them about how to trap raptors, how to do raptor banding, and also do some education program in the site. And we recruit young fellows from universities.
Well, that's excellent. We need them all, so keep doing it.
Oh, yes.
And one last question from Christine. How do you explain to the local communities in your education programs how, the importance of raptors? What are your messages?
So our message is the key message is the importance of the raptors, how raptors are important. Like when we are going to the farmers, then we convey message about the importance of raptors to control their agricultural pests, how the raptors can consume pest species of their agriculture, like some small falcons, they eat insects, and some bigger raptors, they can eat rats, mice, and also we convey message about the importance of raptors on the ecosystem services and life support system, such as, for example, the vulture, they can consume the carcass and other scavenging, some of the scavenging raptors, they scavenge on the rubbish area and make the environment clean. And the vultures, they can help support to um, controlling some of the communicable disease originated from the carcass.
Well, I don't know. We might be running out of time. Jamie, what do you think?
Yeah, and I think we hit all the questions from the audience. Tulsi, again, fantastic job. You probably weren't able to see all the comments coming in because you were busy answering questions, but lots of compliments to you. Adjectives like excellent, fabulous, fascinating for your presentation. So great job. And also I want to extend a big thank you to Sandesh for joining us as well. It's nice to have your presence for this webinar as well. So Tulsi, again, thank you. Keep up the really important work. And to all the viewers out there, remember, if you want to support this very important raptor conservation work in Nepal, check out the website that Tulsi showed in the slide. Do you want to say your website again, Tulsi?
Yes, my website is himalayannature.org. himalayannature.org. So currently I am working in Himalayan Nature as a director of programs. So you can contact me. You can contact me through the Himalayan Nature website.
Himalayan Nature.
You can get a lot of information about our raptor conservation work and other conservation activities in our website.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So again, much gratitude from our friends and colleagues in Nepal. Thank you. And a huge thank you to all of our wonderful viewers out there from around the world. I was delighted to see viewers from Devon from India, other viewers from Nepal, and of course, all over the United States as well. So thank you. Upcoming virtual programs next week, the end of August already. We have 2 virtual programs next Thursday on August 27th. At 11 o'clock a.m., we have Sanctuary Storytime, Fidget's Folly. And on the 27th at 4 o'clock p.m., we have Living the Island Life, Caracaras with Hawk Mountain's David Barber. Also, we are very excited at Hawk Mountain because our autumn migration raptor count has begun as of last weekend. So please come visit us. Our trails are open. And starting the first weekend in September, we have our wonderful weekend programs going on throughout the day. And Tulsi, I think you may be aware that a very important Vulture Day is coming up. It's IVAD, International Vulture Awareness Day, is Saturday, September 5th. We are pumped up about that at Hawk Mountain. We are having live vulture presentations at 2 o'clock p.m. as well as many other programs throughout the day. All the programs are free with the purchase of trail fees. And as always, they are all free for members. And come out and join us. We hope to see you at Hawk Mountain and have a wonderful day. We hope to see you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Good to see you.
Bye.